Hello, 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 praying, trusting that each of you are doing well on this beautiful Thursday. Truly grateful just to see another day. You owe God a praise. You really do. You owe him a praise because he woke you up this morning. I'm asking each of you that are signing on, that are tuning in, I'm asking you to like, tag, and share. Do that for me. Like, tag, and share. You all come on this Thursday. It's level up. It's time to let's get it. Just want to encourage you on today. Help you on your way while you're on your journey, while you're going here and there, to and fro. As you're tuning in, I'm asking you, don't be afraid to send your emojis, send your hearts, your thumbs up, all of the above. Come in. Let's talk. Let's go in for a moment. Just want to make your Thursday a little bit better, a little bit brighter. Know it's going to be good. Like I said, not going to be on long. Just want to encourage you. Tag, share, and invite. Tag, share, and invite to all of you that are coming on. Amanda, good to see you, praying and trusting that all is well with you, and the family, praying and trusting all is well with you. Good afternoon. All of you that are tuning in, send it out. Like, tag, share, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get the numbers on up there today. Not going to be on long, but just want to encourage you to the fullest. It's going to bless you on today. I really believe it's going to inspire you. Brother Joe, Sister Viv, good to see you. Good afternoon to each of you. Trusting that you all are doing well. Make sure you love on Brian when you see him. Make sure you love on him for me. Good afternoon to each of you. It's 12 o'clock. You already know what time it is. 12 o'clock, I say it all the time. 12 o'clock is the only time that the hands are straight up. Lift those hands up. Tell God, thank you. You owe it to him. You owe it to him. Why? He woke you up this morning. You know, old school, we had testimony service. When the Church of God in Christ, we had testimony service. I thank God for waking me up this morning, clothing me in my right mind, giving me use and activities of all of my limbs. It didn't stop right there. It said, but while the blood is yet still running warm in my veins, Lord, we thank you. Martha, good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Praying, trusting all is well with you. Praying and trusting all is well with you. Each of you that are tuning in, go ahead and tag, share, and invite. Like, send it out. Let's get the numbers on up there today. Not going to be on long. Not going to be on long. Just once again, it's really just want to encourage you on today. Just want to encourage you on today. Just want to encourage you on today. Everybody that's hearing me under the sound of my voice, lift those hands up. Lift your hands up. Lift your hands up. Tell God thank you. You owe it to it. It doesn't matter what's going on. Sandy, good to see you. Good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you real soon. All the way in South Kakalaki, praying and trusting that all is well with you and the family. Brother Jay, trusting all is well. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Today is a good day. Yeah, today is a good day. Let's get ready to go in. Let's get ready to go in. Let's get ready to go in. Make sure, once again, you tag, you share, and you invite. Y'all do me the honors. Do that. Send it out. Send it out. Let them know that we're going live. We're here. It's Thursday, it's 12 o'clock, and I'm not going to detain you. Neither am I going to hold you. To all of my listeners, to all of the viewers, those that are seen, not seen, to each of you that thought, enough of me just to take a time out of your day during your lunch just to come spend this moment with me, a few moments with me, just to hear what I have to say. D, good to see you, praying and trusting all is well with you and the family. Praying and trusting all is well with you and the family. Once again, I thank God for each of you that are tuning in, that thought it not robbery just to come out and just to tune in with me, just to hear what I have to say. Just to hear what I have to say. And I'm praying that it make your day a little bit brighter, make your day a little bit better. Okay? Praying that it make your day a little bit brighter and a little bit better. Today, we're going to go into this. Today, I want to talk to you from the topic, which you can see it on the screen. It's time. It's time. Go ahead and do me a favor. Lay hands on yourself. We're not in church, but I'm trying to engage you. Lay hands on yourself and say those two words. It's time. It's time. It's time. I know you wonder, what in the world is he fixing to talk about? Where is he going? What is he about to say? Listen to me. It's going to bless you. This morning when I got up, mind blown. My mind was blown. My mind was blown. I get up. I guess you say, you're always having something going on. I get up this morning, gets in my truck. Get ready to head out. As I'm heading out, pulling out of the driveway, get to the end of the road. I look up. I see a swarm of vultures. Here in the South, we say buzzards. I saw a swarm of buzzards, vultures, a swarm of them. I saw them. I'm tripping. Hey, good afternoon to each of you all, that are tuning in. I saw a swarm, a lot of them. I decided to be nosy. I said I would be nosy. So instead of me going to my destination, I followed the swarm. I followed the birds. I followed the vultures, the buzzards, as we say here in the South. I followed them. And when I saw where they were, when I got to the place where they were, where all of them were swarming, it was on the road, wasn't paying attention to where, the road. I was just following the circle. I was just following them. They were just steady, just circling. So I knew that it has to be something, that is something there that they're hovering over, that they have spotted something, but they're just waiting on an opportune time to get it. I get to the place where they were swarming over, and lo and behold, it was a deer that had been hit by someone's car, truck, whatever it may have been. But it was a big deer laying inside the road. I was wondering, I'm like, why are they not, if the deer is hit, why aren't they going ahead and landing to go and get it? I look closely at the deer. Closely at the deer laying there dead, had a smell. But it was something else there. I don't know if this was a fox or whatever it was, a wild dog, whatever it may have been. Anyway, it was some other stuff that was eating at it. But the vultures, the buzzards, were still flying around. They were still flying around, waiting on their turn, waiting on their time to get to that was on the ground. I'm looking. After a while, when I get ready to pull off, because I said these words to myself, man, they're going to be doing this a long time. These birds, they ain't going to land. When I get ready to pull off, rest assured, the buzzards, the vultures, make a beeline, and go straight to the deer. After that was added, that was the fox, the wild dog, whatever it may have been, coyote, whatever it may have been, that was with the deer, that was eating at the deer. After they left, the vultures, the buzzards, decided it's time. They said it's time. Oh man, God began to work in my spirit then. He began to just open up my mind. I'm there tripping. I'm listening, and I'm smiling all at the same time, because the buzzards didn't even go. They didn't go to the deer, to that was dead, to that was on the ground, until it was clear for them to get to it. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Many times, God have held us in a thing that's called a holding pattern. You know how planes do. You know how airplanes do, right? Airplanes, when they can't get to their gate, or when they can't land, they're in something called a holding pattern. And what the holding pattern does, they're having to continue to go around or do what they do while they're before they land, while they're still airborne. Watch this, waiting on their time, or waiting on that gate to be cleared, so that they can get the message, or the info is clear to land. God have had us in that season. God have had us in a moment like that. If you have not experienced that, keep living. He have had us in this thing called a holding pattern, just like the vultures, just like the buzzards, waiting on the opportune time to get what it is that God has for them, that they, watch this, that was killed, that they can come and clean up. Because the vultures, I'm going back to the plane in just a moment, the buzzards are also called the cleaning crew. They come and clean up that was dead. They come and clean up the food. They come and get all of that. So while God has us there in the holding pattern, while we in a spiritual holding pattern, watch this, it's not that you're not going to get to it. You have made it to your destination, but you cannot get to your gate yet. You can't land yet. And the reason is because there's something there that will prohibit you from landing. Air traffic control, paying attention, talking to the pilot, letting them know you can't land because the gate that you're supposed to get to, there's someone still there. Just like the vulture, just like the buzzard. When all of those other things was at the deer, they waited till they cleared out. And this, man, blew my mind. Listen to me. Listen to me good. Listen to me good. Listen to me good. When I rolled off, I'm tying all these two together, the buzzards and the plane, and how God works this. When I rolled off from the buzzards, looking at them, the vultures looking at them, and when they make that line to go to that was dead, to go to that so that they can be fed, to go to that so that they can eat. They waited their turn until it was their time. I'm going to say that again, much slower. The vultures, the buzzards, the plane, the pilot, waited their turn until it was their time. And God spoke to me, man, when I rolled off, once I finished sewing, that he's still enlightening me, man, he was enlightening me, sharing with me. Watch this. No longer am I holding you. He spoke these words. It's your time. It's time. And I want to tell each of you that are listening to me under the sound of my voice, if you can hear me clearly, the very thing that you've been waiting on, I'm speaking this prophetically in your life. I'm not a prophet, but I'm just encouraging you. I'm speaking in your life. It's time. Say that to yourself. It's time. I know it's been a long time coming, but it's time. I know you've been waiting. It's time. I know it seemed like it wasn't going to take place, but it's time. And watch this. When you're in a holding pattern, it gets quiet. It gets silent. But that does not mean that air traffic control is not working, trying to clear out the situation, trying to clear out where you need to land. It's time. Air traffic control, can I take it away from them? Even though the holding pattern, it gets quiet until it gets cleared. God don't have to speak while he's holding you. But he spoke this morning and said, plain as day, it's time. And if you can receive that, it doesn't matter how it has been looking. It doesn't matter what it has been looking like. It doesn't matter. Watch this. I know you got weary, but yet you still held on. It's time. You have to believe that within yourself. Whatever it is, whether it's time for the house, whether it's time for the vehicle, whether it's time for a new job, whatever it is, I'm speaking this in your life. It's time. He cleared it up. Cleared the situation up, cleared the hindrance up, cleared the very thing, watch this, that was in the way so that you can make way to the place you need to be. It's time. It's time. I'm trusting that, praying that, hoping that you all hear me clearly. It's time. Going back to the buzzards. When the coast was cleared, the buzzards landed. They landed. Watch this. None of them was trying to fight each other because all of them had access when it was clear. All of them had access to that was dead to be fed when it got clear. In other words, it's clear. It's time. It's time. When I'm saying that it's time, you don't have to worry about nothing popping up. Nothing popping off. You don't have to worry about anything. Why? Because God have cleared that for you and telling me to tell you this morning, this afternoon, it's time. It's time. When you know that it's your time, you have to move and not worry about if that's going to come back, if this is going to come back. No, you have to take the word, run with it. It's time. When it's time, and when he has cleared up the matter, when he have moved everything out of the way, can I help you out again? It doesn't matter about your credit score. It doesn't matter about it doesn't matter about anything. In other words, when God clears it out, he's already worked it out. Oh, Lord. When God clears it out, he's already worked it out. My bishop would say, he says these words, if it's God's will, it's God's bill. Bishop Hall, he will say that so profoundly. If it's God's will, it's God's bill. It's time. You have to trust him, whatever it is. Don't get weary. Galatians 6:9. Don't get weary in well doing, for in due season you will reap if you faint not. This is what Paul was telling Galatia. He was telling Galatia this. Don't get weary in well doing, even though others are saying all kind of other things. You stick to what you believe. TYF, trust your faith. He was telling Galatia, you stay close, you stay connected to God. Don't worry about what the Jews or what everybody else is saying, what you need to do. I'm telling you, it's your time. Everything that you've been seeking, the thing that you fasted for, the thing that seemed like it has been on hold, the thing that seemed like it had got pushed back, but in reality, it was being pulled forward. The reason it got pushed back, y'all heard me say this before, is because that was wanting to come to you had to go around some stuff that was in the way. It's time. It's time. It's time. You ought to lift those hands up and truly tell God thank you. The coast is clear. The coast is clear. You can land now. You can go in and get the very thing that he has for you. You can go. Keeping him in the forefront. Keeping him in the forefront. And you don't have to worry about, when the coast is clear, you don't have to worry about the fight. You don't have to worry about fighting. He cleared all of that out. That's something good. That's something to ponder on. Let me tell you, this is a season. He's given us a clear season that, Lord have mercy. He's giving us a clear season where we are free from fights from the enemy. Thank you. He's clearing that out. It's time. You don't worry about what was or what may try to be. He has that. Let him deal with it. It's time. You all be encouraged. I pray, I trust that I said something on today that blessed you, just that even encouraged you on today. Am I making sense to you? I pray I said something that boosts your spirit to take a leap of faith, to step out. It's time. He cleared it up for you. You've been asking God, would you move this for me? Watch this. He moved it. Now it's your time. God, if you can make this happen, he made it happen. Excuse me. Now it's your time. Once again, I pray I said something on today that encouraged each of you. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you're expecting God to do, tell your children. Speak the same word in their life and tell them it's time. When God clear it, can't a devil in hell throw no type of block back in your way. Trust him. TYF. Trust your faith. You got this. It's time. Now it's up to you what you're going to do with it. The buzzards, the vultures, they were flying around. They couldn't get to the deer because it was something else there that was eating. But they knew that was down there that was already eating at the deer was going to eventually have to leave. Woo! The plane may be at your gate, but eventually it has to leave. You have held on all this while, kept your sanity, fought for your peace, but still have a piece of your peace. And everything now is being fully restored. You'll clear the land. You have free access. Y'all be encouraged. You all be encouraged. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I want to hear testimonies coming from this. Stay tuned. It's clear. Clear the land. It's time. If I said anything on today that encouraged any of you, my cash app is on the screen. $H channel 3. If I said anything once again on today that blessed any of you, my cash app is on the screen. Be a blessing. Be a blessing. I thank God for each and every one of you all for tuning in. It's been your level up moment, man. Let's get it. Let's allow God to do what he does. I'm inviting each of you out Sunday. This Sunday. I'm inviting you out. Come out first Sunday. God has a word with your name written all of it. All over. If you have to come near for, come and encounter the presence of God. Come in with the spirit of expectancy. To New Generation Beginning Ministry, 4504 Highway 80 West, Montrose, Georgia. Y'all come out 10 a.m. sharp. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Once again, be a blessing. My cash app is on the screen. $H channel 3. Y'all be encouraged. Until next time, unless God says something different, I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Remember, speak this throughout the day. It's time. Now it's up to you to do it. Don't worry about the criteria. Don't worry about what you don't have. It's time. Start moving. Be encouraged. I'm out.